We have a lot of space over here.
This
for
is the event
catering
center here.
also. We can
This is
make
beautiful.
some shows here, or also some how you call it in English, like seminare.
Yeah, seminars,
Seminars.
right?
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
To teach
beautiful.
customer how to do, especially with the digital system, how to program,
How to program,
and
yes.
how to maintain the locals or some issues
Fantastic.
like that. Also, we rent it for weddings or for birthday celebrations.
For someone in town,
Yeah.
exactly. This is really awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
That's really, really great. A Christmas party probably in
Christmas
here.
party, yeah, sure. Or yesterday evening there was a congress from doctors.
Here.
Uh,
Are we 6 feet apart? Jesus.
I love them chairs.
Oh God.
Everything is matching. And
What do we have here? This is a beautiful old steam.
This is a Deutz
Is
gas engine.
a
It's
Deutz.
mobile, and
Wow.
they used it at the farms to run threshing machines.
It's a
for us.
threshing machine. Yeah.
This is
Wow.
100% restored. It's working.
Wow. How old is this?
It's from 1906.
1906.
yeah, it's,
Otto.
this
Gasmotorenfabrik.
beautiful.
That's so beautiful. Wow.
And it looks like a steam engine, even with a big flywheel over here.
Oh, I got to see it on that
It's a
side.
One cylinder.
It's a one cylinder.
One cylinder gas motor.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see the cylinder coming out.
Oh, that's right.
Look.
That is so
Here it is.
cool.
Look at that.
Wow. That is beautiful. Where did you find this?
Well, actually, this is from a collector.
Okay.
He shut down his factory. He had a factory for machining, and his son took over the factory. And after a few years, they experienced bankruptcy. So he had to sell all his engines. And I was there, and I've seen this one, especially this one. And I said, I have to take it because
Right.
it's really beautiful, and it's very seldom. Yeah. And another thing is, this is from Deutz.
From Deutz.
Now
And
over
Deutz
there
is right.
Deutz as well.
Right.
So
That's
we
right.
have some local matching.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. It's awesome.
It works like that. This gas motor has some water cooling. So this is the container where the water comes in.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And the water goes through that piping, and the hot water comes here, and hot water goes up. So it's all
It's recycled.
yes, it's recycling
Right.
itself.
Wow. And the heating, where do you heat it?
You don't have to heat it. You just put some benzene over here.
Right.
Right. And then you have this tank.
So it is a gas powered.
gas-powered.
It's gas
Yeah.
powered.
It's
Okay.
gas-powered.
Wow.
This is not a steam engine.
It's not a
But
steam
I will
engine.
show you some steam engine.
Okay. Cool. Wow. Very impressive.
So basically, of course, we do this KM1 business over here, but my wife has this e-park business, meaning providing space for events, doing own events,
For sure.
weddings and everything like that. And
You have the space. You need to use it.
yeah.
For sure.
That's it.
You know? Fantastic. Carmen, this is a nice space. Really. You know what else would be great for this space? You'd have enough room for an amazing 1-gauge layout.
We have the space for a 1-gauge layout in another building as well, but the problem is building it.
Building it.
You don't really find people who come here and just build it.
Right. They want to play. They don't want to. They don't want to build.
And even if you pay them, we had a lot of people already accepting coming here and building the layouts, but at the end nobody did. We have a lot of materials, trees and houses and
Yeah,
cars,
it's hard.
everything like that.
Right, it's hard.
I can show you. We go to the museum.
Mm-hmm.
The museum is now completely redesigned because museum was meant to install some nice 1-gauge layouts only.
Mm-hmm.
But this took years and it was never finished. So we dismantled everything and said, okay, we make now just a model museum inside there.
No layouts.
Also, we'll have some storytelling about steam engines, about the development of steam yeah, in history, and then this is also available for public, and you can go there, pay some small fee to enter it, and then I will show it.
It's hard to find people to work on layouts. It's true.
It is.
It really is true.
It's really, and if you find some, also we have some idea of the quality we need.
Right.
You know, we cannot just produce the finest handcrafted brass trains.
Right.
And then you have a simple layout with a...
Right. It looks stupid.
You know,
Right. Yeah. Right.
you know, it needs to match.
Well, like the layouts you've always presented at
Yes,
Nuremberg,
like that.
those are professional.
These layouts are matching with the product quality
Right.
we provide. But exactly this is the problem. If you want to build the layout at that quality level, it takes maybe 1 square meter, 2 months,
Right.
something like that.
Right.
So over there we have 300 square meters.
Oh, God.
We wanted to install layouts so you can imagine how long it would take.
Right.
So nobody can pay for it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you will never get the money back from the
Right.
entrance
Fees and- right,
You know? And
right.
so we thought a different way. I will show you. And we with this event park here, it's called E-Park. It was from the German word Eisenbahn and Event Park.
Awesome.
And so we have a completely different idea right now.
Fantastic.
So we have this room here, we have the museum over there. Outside there, there's a park for RVs.
Okay.
You can just
So people can come in their RVs. That's awesome.
come with the RV and stay overnight here.
Oh, it's awesome. So this is what gauge?
5-inch.
This is 5-inch.
Yeah.
5-inch. Woo!
5-inch trim.
And you built a little station.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is also for catering and so on, you know.
awesome.
We have these huts.
Yeah.
We have these huts all the year, and if there's a wedding or if there's a market or if there's any other event or factory show, we can just use it. There's no more need to build up a tent or something.
Right.
Like that. If you have some bad weather, you're
Wow, it's
still
a
safe.
lot of land. Andreas, this water tower, does this water tower belong to you?
Yes.
Wow, it's a massive water tower.
Water towers from 1918.
1918.
End of First World War. They built it, and there's still on top of the water tower, there's still this big water tank over there, which has been done by riveting. So they had the hot rivets.
Okay.
They shooted them up. There was one guy who catch them.
Oh, God.
Put it to the to the tank, and then they hammered on both sides.
Unbelievable.
The tank over there is exactly built like a steam engine boiler.
Unbelievable. And how much water does it hold?
I think it was about 160 cubic meters.
Wow. It's
Water.
now, is
So
it still
about
being
100
used
tons.
today for water? No, it's shut down.
In the 1970s, they shut it down.
They shut it down.
They changed to a pump solution.
Sure.
That's a pump house. But until that, it provided the water supply for all of the city.
For all of Lauingen.
All of Lauingen.
That's awesome.
Also, this is so part of the story, because in the main building, which was built 1884, initially they had their steam engines. They had Landsboilers,
Land spoilers.
2 Landsboilers, and 3 steam engines. And with these 3 steam engines, they were at the lowest floor in the basement, and then just connected to generators.
Right, right.
In the first floor, there were the generators, and then they produced the electricity for the street lights. This was the first job of all this area in the building, and they had, of course, some coal over there and a 30-meter high chimney.
That's
It was
awesome.
really powered by steam.
That's
And
awesome.
with this electricity later in 1918, when they built that water tower, they used the electricity for the pumps to pump up the water.
To pump up the water. Wow.
And so around 1930, they modified to diesel motors. They
Interesting.
took off the steam engines and used diesel motors because it was much easier to
Sure,
control
sure.
and less maintenance.
Right, yeah, of course.
And today, most of all this equipment is gone. Only there are 2 pillars left inside the main building, which are made by iron casting. As you will see them.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Over there is this parking area for the RVs right now.
Wow, he's got a lot of room. Wow, a lot of room. Wow. And I see you have the same locomotive as the one in front of the Pico factory.
Yeah. There's a V10B.
A
This
V10B.
type is V10B. Yeah, it's a very, very simple 2-axle engine.
Love
but
it.
We bought it from a dealer, and
It's awesome. It's really awesome. Do you have an RV, Andreas?
yes, I know.
You have an RV?
Because we have a dog, right?
Right,
Also,
right.
when we go to shows, usually we try to go by our RV, and then we have dog with us.
That's
And
perfect.
then, everything is well arranged, right?
Very, very, very nice. This is beautiful. I love this. This is really, I'm sure that's made locally, right?
Yes, it's made locally,
Oh.
but I have to work at it because I
beautiful.
replaced the pump this year already. But wow, for some reason it was broken again. Usually we have some water inside there, and then it's running.
Is this your RV?
No.
Oh, no. So, Andres, what days during the week is the shop most busy? Probably Fridays and Saturdays? Or it depends.
It's very equal.
Yeah.
It depends on when customer have their spare time. So now you see we are now in the center of our yard. This is the main building. Over there we have the museum and the
Fantastic.
office.
Fantastic.
And there's also a cafe
That's
over there.
fantastic.
And then some garages over here.
How long did it take you to build this and keep this like the way it is now?
We started 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yeah.
We bought it 2009.
2000.
Started remodeling everything basically with the main building in 2010. 2010 when we shipped the BR50. BR50 was the first shipment out of this building.
Out of this building. Fantastic.
And then everything over here was like a very trashy place, you know, because there was a lot of old things lying around.
Had to remove all the
We
junk
have to
and
remove everything.
grade it, regrade the land. Yeah.
This building they had only 1 floor, not 2 floors. We made this as a second building, and over there we have now our production.
Okay.
So like the track production or laser cutting, like 3D printing, UV printing.
All in this building.
Everything is in that building.
Fantastic.
Right?
Nice.
It's nice to make stuff here as well.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
over there we have a few apartments. 5 of them are for rental.
Oh.
And also if customer coming here, they can have some nice room with furniture
Oh,
and TV
it's a
and
great
Wi-Fi
idea.
and everything.
Yeah.
And so this first part over here is our service department. Then the second part of that building is the warehouse. Then there's the shop and the event center.
And the event center.
We can
Wow,
go there and show it to you
fantastic.
before we,
That's a cool engine. I love it. So, Andreas, will you ever make this in 1 gauge, this locomotive? Maybe.
we have 3 locos, right?
Yes, you got
With
the
this,
one
V10B, and we have another. It's
A
called
KEF?
N4.
N4?
It's like a KEF.
like a
But
calf.
from East German Railways.
It's awesome.
But I like it because they have spoke wheels
Oh,
and also
right.
the side rods.
Right, I love the side rods.
Yeah?
Exactly.
So I think when this is running, it looks much more pretty compared to a regular KEF.
Yeah,
It
it's
has
got
a-
character.
It has a chain drive, the regular KEF, but those from East German Railways, they have some side rods and spoke wheels.
And it's got the counterweight that
Yeah,
spins,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
awesome.
right.
So how many meters is this live steam 4-inch gauge. This is a lot. This is a long way to
this
go.
is just one part now because I can show you in the other place. It will be at the end about 1 kilometer.
1 kilometer.
One round.
Wow. Very, very cool.
Also, we started to make some par with the palm.
It's very, very cool. Hello.
You can drive here. So next year there will be a roundhouse and a turntable for 5-inch
That's awesome.
behind there. And also we have these huts here where you can bring your 5-inch engine and there will be the turntable, the roundhouse.
That's
and,
great.
there will be some tracks to heat up and steam up the engines.
Fantastic.
Yeah, on a higher level.
So people could come, they could bring their own engines.
They can arrive here with a car and then we have some lifter.
That's
And then we
great.
take them off and put them. There will be the tracks about that high.
Yeah.
This.
Yes.
So you can sit here and work on the engine and do
Fantastic.
some repairs, and you have some dry place even if there's some rain. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And,
Oh God.
then there will be a switch, and there you can see that hole over there.
Yeah.
This- At the bottom there is a cover for the. I think it's for the rain. gutter
Oh, it's
system.
for like a reservoir.
Reservoir.
Where-
And then we put a water tower here.
Oh, that's cool.
Water tower here, roundhouse here, and there you have some tracks to take water
That's
and coal
awesome.
and something like that. And there will be a switch where you can connect to the main
Oh, that's so cool.
line.
You have some local guys that'll help you build this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Because they do this as a hobby, and so they help us to build here.
That's fit. And they also have a place then to run their locomotives. Right? This is great.
You can drive here and cross the water.
That's great.
Bridges here.
Really. It's a lot of work and thought went into this.
Yeah.
Very, very
It
great.
became now a lovely place, and we have a
is
fireplace
lovely.
over there. We can
Fire
have some
pit.
barbecue as well.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Really amazing. What a facility.
If
Really.
you look over there, you see the tracks.
Oh
in
my
the
God,
backyard.
yeah.
This is now this is one of the curves over here,
Yes.
and then this will be connected up to here, all around at the fence behind the water tower, and we'll connect here. And everything will be done in this style.
That's
You know,
fantastic.
this, I like the colors, everything.
Yeah,
is
it's
so well
perfect.
thought out.
I love
Yeah,
it.
you like it?
I love it. I really do love it. So where does that circle track connect then?
It will
connect-
connect behind there.
Oh, behind there.
Yeah. This is just some kind of short-term solution. We just made it for last weekend.
Okay.
Because last weekend we had a
Event.
meeting with steam engines over
So
here,
cool.
and so we just connected the both curves, but they will continue behind at the fence and connect to this
Wow.
radius over there.
That-
And there will be also one gauge layout for garden train, and for the one gauge it will also pass at the side of the 5-inch over there,
Okay.
and then cross with a large bridge. It will cross the water, and this is the reason why you have the steps there.
Okay.
The one gauge train will pass here.
Oh, wow.
So you can walk under the
That's
one gauge.
cool.
Yeah, and for these huts over there, it's about 16 meters. We will have then a station on this side and on that side.
That's so
you
cool.
know?
That's so
So we
great.
can run electric or live steam,
That's-
and it will go out here, cross the pond, then have here a turn, going back, and then leaving at that side, going out, coming along this side, going back to the wall over there, and turn behind there. It will be a really long track.
That's really
And,
awesome.
I think it will be pretty funny
Yeah,
to
really.
spend some time here with the train.
Oh, I
model
can't
train.
wait. I'm coming back
5-inch,
next
1
year.
inch. Yeah, sure.
That's really awesome. Really, really awesome. How big is 5-inch? 5-inch.
1 by 11.
So you can ride the locomotive.
Yes.
Yeah. Or you ride behind the tender.
You're right behind the tender, or if it's a tender loco, you can sit on the tender. as
So
well.
that's big enough to sit on the.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
And
Really.
we will have a 7.25 inch as well.
7.25 inch.
Yeah.
My wife is thinking, because so much of the trip is trains.
Yeah.
You know, so she's been very patient. But you know what? Then tomorrow I gotta go shopping
Yeah.
all day long. The credit cards are coming out.
I show you here there's some material storage over there. But,
Awesome.
this is our laser cutting department.
Oh wow. We have one of these universals at the shop. To be quite, we have this exact same one. We have this one.
Yeah.
It's a great machine.
This is the one we started maybe. This is now the second one, you see.
Yeah.
This is the old one. We just had for engraving glasses. or
Universal.
something like
Those
that.
are American made.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
And we just got this maybe last year, the middle of last year.
Phenomenal.
We have 2 big Chinese machines.
Lasers?
Yeah.
These are lasers.
Amazing, isn't it? Wow, these are really big.
This is not working now.
Really? Oh, you're cutting?
You see how we produce the sleepers for the tracks.
Oh, that's right.
This is now a laser engraving and cutting.
Yep, engraving
Then,
and cutting.
We do the vanishing for these
Beautiful.
sleepers, and then we make the assembly up one in the first floor.
So, you will do the Kunststoff, the plastic track,
Yes.
and then for the people that want the real beautiful
Yeah.
wooden track.
Yeah.
Wow, the wooden track is amazing.
But we sell much more wooden track compared to plastic.
Do you really?
Yeah. Because also our switches are wooden. We can provide plastic sleepers as well for the switches.
Fantastic.
But most of people who build their layout inside the house, they prefer to have the real wood track.
Oh,
So
sure
this
they
is
do.
a very cost-intensive.
This is sure because it
processing.
takes a long time
Yes.
to make one sleeper.
Yes.
You know, it's time sensitive.
And it is time sensitive because we do not only cut them, but we
You engrave them.
We engrave the
Yeah.
prototypical surface. We have about 500 patterns. So every sleeper is
In the
different.
graining,
Yeah.
all the graining is different.
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
it looks very, very prototypical.
Took a lot of time and probably money to draw up 500 schematics.
Yeah.
Right? Wow, fantastic. And do you engrave and cut your structures in here too?
Yeah.
The KM1 buildings and
Yes.
stuff. Everything is made.
Here now, this is
Oh yes.
we're matching the kids now. This is for the
The roundhouse. Yep.
right?
Yep.
And you see there are several bags.
Yes.
Now this is going to be packed in a box at the end. And of course we're making the station.
Oh,
and
see,
all
Nadine?
structures
The station?
we provide, we're
Wow.
using manufacturing over here. So you can see, for example, there, or here, there's maybe.
Fantastic.
These are from the windows.
Oh, the framing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so cool. And all the brick. Look at how nicely the brick is engraved. Oh, I love it. And the shingles on the roof. It's a beautiful building.
So this looks very natural.
Oh, it does, especially when you paint it.
Yeah.
And you know, the wood just sucks up that paint. Really nice. Great. And how many guys do you have working in here, Andreas?
Just one employee.
Just one employee here. He does it all.
Yeah, because you know these lasers when they start working, maybe the job takes 1.5 hours. So you can go out do something else.
Exactly
you know.
right.
It's not a full-time job, and when they are done, of course you have to collect it to the boxes
Right,
and
right.
then match it
Right.
for the kids.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
And you see those specs is, for example, some foam that looks like a wall structure already. This is also laser cut. This is for the interior of the
of the buildings.
and
Wow.
of the roundhouses to make it really looking more prototypical. Because if you just use this 5mm MDF material, the wall is not big enough.
Oh, right, right.
So
Right.
But if we add that material,
Then it is
it's
thicker.
about 1 centimeter and 5 millimeter, and you have 15 millimeters, and then by 32 you have a true
A true
thickness
wall,
of the wall,
right? And you know what's cool about this? You could take those blueprints for those 1 gauge buildings, you scale them down, and you can make the same building in O gauge.
Yes, we can, but right now we are thinking about it. Just making these structures and these buildings are so complicated. I think this station has about 1,600 parts.
Wow.
They are all made in Germany. So if we do them in O gauge and scale them down, maybe we have to reduce the amount of parts.
Parts.
Because this makes it really expensive.
Right.
So if I could only charge €1 for one part,
Yeah, right,
it
right.
should be about 1,600.
Right.
But this station costs, I think, €590.
Right,
only.
right, right.
So
It's
we
labor
really have to-
intensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very cost intensive because you need a lot of time. So we need to take a close look at it.
And you know, a lot of other manufacturers, they can't make 1 gauge structures because you need a massive laser
Yeah.
to engrave and burn a building like that.
Also, what you cannot see here, but you will see it at the station we have in our museum. We had a lot of trouble at the very first beginning how to do the rain drains.
Oh,
and
the
rain
gutters, right?
Because it's all round material and it has some angles or some roundings, some
Yep.
curves over there. And then we started to do them by 3D printing.
Yep. You 3D
And,
print
we
them.
have the 3D printing upstairs. I can show it to you.
Yes.
This 3D printing helped us to provide everything we need really for the structures. Even furnitures or some parts inside we can do also by a 3D printing.
That's awesome.
And so we have the opportunity really to produce all the parts, even spare parts. If customer needs some spare parts after many years,
Right.
we can produce them over here.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. That's awesome. Wow.
Extra, this is just for, it's not too much for production. We have some stuff stored here, but we can cut the wood panels over here. Very
Wow.
exactly if you make some layouts, you know,
Right.
or if we have to cut them in the shape we need for the laser cutting.
Sure,
And
sure.
these are machines, lathe and
Lathe,
milling machine,
sure.
from the very first beginning. They are almost as old as KM1.
Really is.
So I started to do the first prototypes with them.
If they still work,
They still,
you know, you use them. That's awesome. Do you have any CNC machines? Do you here?
This is a CNC machine.
That's a CNC machine, huh?
We are producing. You can see them upstairs. We are producing. A second. This is CNC machine. This is the material we are making the base for the turntable.
That's right. You engrave it and
Yeah.
you cut out the turntable with
Yeah.
this machine.
Yeah.
Right, right, right. Speaking of turntables, you know, I've had them on back order for
Yeah.
quite a long time.
Yeah, yeah. we are back at the final production stage right now. I'll show you
Excellent.
upstairs.
Okay.
Because, you know why? Because we used to buy the base for the turntable from another guy. It was CNC machine outside with a subcontractor, but we had two issues. First issue was he did not control the quality very well. So we had some small differences, and it did not match very well with our idea of quality.
Right, right.
And the other thing, at the same time, he suddenly wanted much more money. So I said, okay, we buy our own machine and
Right.
produce it ourselves.
For sure.
And I bought that machine, but because all these rooms were not completely remodeled, so we kept it almost 1 year in the box.
In the box.
Then we had to unbox it and install everything, and then
It took time.
It took time,
Right.
to understand how the machine works, what we need to adjust to program it, and then finally we started to produce our own basis for the turntables and also other parts. But it was really a time-taking process.
Right, sure.
Until we came to that.
And now everything's set up. The
Now
turntables
it's
are.
set up, we just switch on and we put the material over there.
Fantastic.
And press the start button and.
That's awesome.
So just follow me.
Yes. Yes. It's like a maze.
The is for housekeeping.
But this is for housekeeping. Jeez. You get your steps in every